All right, I'm gonna do this video a little bit early just because I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. You know, it's time to spend time with the family and stuff like that. So, but I like to get a video out daily just because that's what I like to do. So let's start with the Dow Jones. We see we have these small body candles, which we've been talking about, that do not mean that it's going to reverse. But you know, volume, we also said we knew that it was going to taper off. I mean, it's the day before Thanksgiving over here in the States. So, you know, expecting this volume to die down is one thing. Also, we've had a couple days up. 1, 2, 3, basically 5 days. These last 3 days really are just really uh, tight range candles. But there have been stuff that's been moving, and we'll discuss that after we review the markets. So, the composites looking good. Apple is doing very well today, breaking out. We'll view that a little bit later, but it looks good as well on the weekly. Again, this looks good, but we expect this volume to be light because there's not going to be any trading tomorrow, and I think Friday might be half a day, yeah, I think it might be half a day of trading on Friday. So just expect that type of stuff. S&P 500 is looking good. We're still, moving up, in an uptrend at the end of the day, and it's pretty much it is what it is. So, I wouldn't be trying to basically ice skate up, uphill per se, or just pissing in the wind or whatever. Listen, if it's going this way, go with the momentum at the end of the day. If it changes, you change. React, don't predict. Um, and last but not least, the Russell 2000 is breaking out, continuing to move higher. Looks really good. Once it broke above this level, it pretty much hasn't turned back. So again, weekly still looks great. Still, had a little, I wouldn't call this, yeah, maybe a little sideways with a hammer off of the 10-day, and it'll continue to follow through to the upside. But we have to see how this candle closes, because this is not a close. This is still an open candle. So we just have to see how that works out and see if there's any surprises in the last couple hours. It could end strong. It could close weak. We don't know. We don't predict. Those that say they know, don't. We've explained that, and I don't feel like ranting today. So let's go into a couple names that are looking good. First, we'll say Apple. We see that Apple has followed through. We had the sideways consolidation. Now it's breaking above this high, which is awesome for the bulls. And you can see that it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been trading. It was trading pretty much sideways in this box for a little bit, and then it really tightened the range over. But this was consolidating, and it's broke to the upside, and and it's following through today. So that's a good thing. It's up almost 2%, which is really good for a strong move. We'll see how we have the MACD is crossing to the upside, so that's also a good thing. We got Google. Google was up hard, but I mean, it has 1, 2, 3 days, so maybe it's just giving a rest, low volume, which should be expected from a lot of this. But at least we can see that this previous resistance might be support. So if it does retrace, we do want to see if this is going to hold, and we'll kind of go from there. We have Amazon just pretty much waving bye to everybody and just continuing to the upside. I would expect this to give some type of rest, but again, you see rest, you see something like this, doesn't mean that you short. Okay, it's a hard trade because the overall trend is up, as you can see from the weekly. You see, it had a nice engulfing pattern, and this continued to the upside from this smaller flag. See also the volume that I usually talk about. Volume went from 16 million to 13 million, so it gapped down, volume stayed up, and it's continuing to move forward. The volume is decreasing to the downside as it's moving up, but you just roll your stops and price pays. So just be aware of that and say, okay, if I'm in it, maybe I'm just peeling profits to the upside. Okay, so that's pretty much how you play that. Facebook is still it needs to break this upper line. To me, it needs to get above this 50, needs to get above this 10, at least this prior swing point of 57.49, 58 needs to be breached, and we'll see how it goes, because this could just be flag, tight flag, but flag, and no less. So just kind of be aware of that. Also, take a look at GNC. It popped up, gave MACD's curling up really nice, and it's clearing a lot of things. So let's look at the weekly, and you can see that it's going to the upside. So let's see how this works out. But so far so good. It looks good. See if it can break above that 61 and give some more upside potential. So I also wanted to look at Tesla. Tesla people have been talking about bullish. Um, I need just a little bit more. Need a little bit more. Maybe I'm greedy. Maybe I'm not. I don't just trade off of this. So maybe, and this wouldn't even be what I would consider an evening star per se. It kind of has that feel to it, but um, you never know. But it's above the 10 finally, but you could definitely see where the trend is. Very simply, uh, upper left to lower right, and see where it can go from there. But um, hmm we got to kind of see how this goes from there. And even if I put the fib numbers on here, you see a 50% retracement is around this 155 level. So, and then you got the 38, which is at that 146 level. So, just keep those things in mind when you're trading this, and we'll see how that goes. So, Solar City actually looked okay-ish, and this looks more like an evening star, and it's breaking above this 50 and this 10. But at the end of the day, it still has, once we said it broke down below this level, we have to see what it does and how it continues. So those are the hot names that I've seen so far. I figured that I'd do a quick video on those. And if I don't do another video, I'd just like to send my holiday wishes out to you and your family. Enjoy these times. Family is the most important thing. Family and health. Everything else you can acquire. Okay. If you have a ton of money, you don't have health, you don't like that. If you have a ton of money and you don't have any family or someone that you love and care for to share with, you might not be as wealthy as you think. So just keep that in mind. And at the end of the day, it's what makes you happy. But enjoy these times with your family, because that's pretty much what I feel is one of the most important things. And family, friends, and fellowship is definitely something that should be looked at as the riches for a majority of the people. So that's pretty much it. And again, take care and trade them well. Just be careful. Last hour, we want to see how these pros are going to be closing this thing. Take care.